Good morning. We're in Acts 12, verse 20. Now Herod was very angry with the people of Tyre and Sidon, and they came to him in one accord, having persuaded Blastus, the king's chamberlain. They asked for peace because their country depended on the king for food. Herod was ready to make war against Tyre and Sidon. Tyre and Sidon wanted to make peace with Herod Agrippa the first, and the grandson of Herod the Great. And since Herod had been very angry with them and had the whole thing with Peter getting out of jail, they needed food. They were the welfare states, and they needed Herod's country. The crowd was motivated to please Herod. Verse 21. On an appointed day, Herod put on his royal robes, took a seat upon the throne, and delivered this oration. So he's going to get up and give one of those typical political speeches, which most of them contain more wind and hot air than they do light. And he dressed to impress. And he spoke to the audience, and the audience was going to please him regardless. He was in the theater. There's a beautiful open coliseum right on the seashore. It's gorgeous. We get a chance, not now, but to go over and see it. It's really something to see. He's going to speak to them, and we don't know what he said. Just he got the response he wanted. And Peter was shouting, "The voice of a God, and not of a man." If you want a welfare check, you're going to worship these politicians, and they look for the political deliverer and a political Messiah, and they were going to make Herod that political Messiah that they needed. So Tyre and Sidon seemed to praise Herod as if he was a god. For his part, Herod enjoyed it, taking the glory for himself. He did not give glory to God. Isn't this the very thing happening to Christians as they want to, as they are won to, not to Christ, but to the preacher? Many famous preachers have fallen over the years, and their followers have fallen with them because they were not won to Christ. And we're going to just examine this in a little more detail next.